Okay, so thank you guys so much for being on a Sunday. I know that you guys are taking time away from family and things like that to learn. This call kind of came from a place of like I at many stages of my business needed to go back and relearn our compensation plan. Okay, so if you're like, after this call, you're like, whoa, I got one thing from that call, good. At least you got one new thing from it. And I think this is going to be one of those things that you literally go back and you rewatch when you're ready. You're like, man, I remember learning about that in that call that Meg did way back when. I'm going to go watch that again because that's what I did. I had a call that kind of talked about the compensation plan, talked about money and things like that. And I just bookmarked it and I would go back and I would watch it, over and over again whenever I needed it. Or I'd go to the part about bonuses, or I would go to this part and rewatch it. So know that like, it's okay that you come out of this a little overwhelmed. I hope you're overwhelmed. The reason you're overwhelmed is because there's so much freaking opportunity to earn a substantial, amazing income or a small side income if that's what you're looking for. I don't want anybody to leave this and say, that's not for me because I don't want to do what Meg is doing. Okay, I want you to leave this and go, oh my gosh, I don't know if I understand everything, but I at least know that there's a lot of opportunity for me to grow as an individual, to help people, to create a community of other people who have the same vision as me. I hope that is what you leave this call with. Okay, so I have some slides to keep me on track. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Once again, if you're just now hopping on, make sure that you put yourself on mute. And if you have questions, put them in the chat below. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay. I'm kind of switching over to Canva. So I'm trying to like learn Canva and their presentation stuff. Okay, so we're going to be talking about how we earn income and kind of a game plan going forward. So I don't want to just give you information. I want to give you information and then I want you to walk away and say, okay, I know what my next step is. Okay, so this is not going to be the how to earn income. This is going to be like, here's how we earn, not how we connect with people. This is not about how we grow a social media. This is not about running challenge groups and helping people see results, okay? So I don't want you to think like, oh man, like she has the, like maybe this isn't for me because we don't mesh on the same goals or whatever it is. Like this is to talk about money. So we're gonna talk about money and hopefully you're here to open up and be willing to grow through this experience with me. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, so to begin, I have to be 100% honest with you guys that whenever I started coaching, I had a very like fluffy view of coaching and I didn't view it as a six-figure business. I didn't see it as a multi-million-dollar business. I saw it as I paid $40 because yes, I did not sign up with a challenge pack. I paid $40 and I treated it like a $40 business to begin with. Plus I had a lot of like internal thoughts about money. A lot of not negative thoughts about money, but I thought a lot of money was bad. If you had a lot of money, you were greedy. If you made a lot of money, you were doing something wrong to get there. And it's really hard for me to say that because it's very wrong, I guess is the best way to put it. But I have done a lot of personal development on my views of money, of the good that we can do with money, and things like that. So here's a couple of my recommendations. Obviously, Dave Ramsey is my top complete guide to money. You Are a Badass at Making Money. I don't like You Are a Badass, but I do like this version of that one by Jen Sincero. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is really good if you have a negative mindset around making money. If you came from a family that was very much like scarcity mindset and those types of things. The legacy journey is kind of like a past debt moving forward, leaving a legacy for your family. And then my husband actually recommended Everyday Millionaire by Chris Hogan. He recommended that you listen to it because Chris Hogan is a very deep sounding man and he's just hilarious. He's not hilarious, but he's very powerful sounding. So those are a couple of book recommendations if you're looking for something like that. Okay, so couple of the basics that at least I view from looking at our compensation plan. If you are a coach, that means that you are the only person on your team, or you have one coach on your team, you are only able to make commissions. And I'll talk here in a little bit of why moving to the next step is huge and where I've seen kind of that growth. If you are Emerald or above, so that means Emerald, Diamond, Star, Diamond, you're able to make commissions, get free leads. So that means people who order through Beachbody, they are not, did not order through a coach. They send those coaches to Emerald coaches and above, which means that you have 2 coaches on your team, and you can open up to bonuses. And I'll talk a little bit more about those bonuses here in a little bit. Okay, if you are in this or at some point, because I wasn't in this at the very beginning to earn a full-time income, I was just kind of like, I'm just gonna see where this takes me. But if you have this idea of I want to earn a full-time worthy income, please do not associate earning a full-time worthy income to doing this full-time. Okay, you don't have to do this full-time in order to want to earn a full-time worthy income. But at least from what I've seen in my business and what I've seen in other businesses of people around me, I recommend that one of your goals be Success Club 10 every month and 2-star Diamond, or 2 years of hitting Success Club 10 and continue growing team. Okay, so keep in mind, this is not a overnight, you're going to be making what you make in your full-time job. Okay, it takes time. It took me time to grow. I grew this business for 2.5 years before I felt confident stepping away from my teaching salary. Okay, so it took time, but I had a blast doing it. So it didn't seem like a lot of time to me. Each milestone, though, is very different for each of the different coaches in different businesses based on where you are. Okay, so these are kind of just my little guidelines of what I've seen. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. You guys have probably seen this, hopefully, in your coach office. And if you haven't, I'll explain how to get here. But this is basically a breakdown of how much you make each week. Okay, so I'm going to show you. This is literally a screenshot of my income a week ago or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, 7/24. It shows right there. And this is in my first business center. So you will see, that my commissions are around 20% of my income. So if you were to take my income over a month or over a week or something like that, only around 20% of that comes from like challenge packs that I sold to customers, or Shakeology orders, or Energize orders, or something like that. Okay, so you might be thinking, okay, well, if she doesn't sell, what is she doing? And trust me, you guys, I'm not saying that I don't work. I am proudly saying that I help at least 5 to 10 new women every single month. But what I am saying is the meat, if you are in this to like, I want to change my family's life, I want to change my life, I want to change our legacy. Like I now am thinking like, I want to pay for Rhett's college in 17 years from now. I want to pay for my family to go on a vacation. I want to pay for those things down the road. I want to live and give like no one else. Then you need to be thinking about the bonuses that Beachbody provides, okay? Because that right now is 80% of my income, okay? So think of it this way. If you are a coach and not yet at Emerald, you are not even opened up to this opportunity of having bonuses, which is 80% of my income. Hold on one second, because my door just opened. I think Charlie nudged it open. Okay, so let's keep on moving. So I want to start though with commissions. So with commissions, what you may not know, a couple of things. Challenge packs, if you hook someone up with a challenge pack, which at least in my view, that is like what I lead with people. You can always go back to things if they just want workouts or if they just want energize or something like that. But I always present people with the opportunity of a challenge pack because that provides them with, I think, the full bundle of nutrition, support, and fitness. But that also allows for those monthly commissions if they continue their Shakeology. Because who's to say they're not going to love it? I was so resistant to Shakeology whenever I got started. My coach literally took a bag of Shakeology from her house and mailed it to me and said, just try this, Meg. And I was like, okay, whatever. Like, how do I make it? So I want to give people the opportunity to try it, and then they can decide if they want to continue that on auto ship or not. Okay, but it does open up the opportunity of monthly commissions. Okay, and then the next thing I want to bring up, that if someone is like super resistant to a challenge pack, they're like, oh my gosh, no, I cannot afford that, or whatever it might be. There is always an awesome thing. So you see how it says subscription commissions as the second line down? You receive 40% commission on subscriptions. So that's Beachbody On Demand. So if you have hooked someone up with 12 months of BOD, you earn $40 commission. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not turning down $40 commission and the opportunity for someone to get to try out our workout programs. Okay, so once again, I lead with the challenge packs, but I'm always open and willing to talk about just the fitness programs if that's what's going to get their foot in the door, if that's what's going to get them to experience Beachbody just a little bit and experience what we get to experience every day. Okay, but keep in mind that that BOD subscription is only one time a year. So challenge pack, opportunity to earn income monthly. BOD, only opportunity every 12 months. Okay. But when those subscriptions pop up, it is $40 every time. Okay, I also want to talk to you guys about if you love something, why are you not offering it to people that you're talking to? Okay, for example, I love Beach Bars, I love Energize, and those are my two things besides Shakeology that I am consistently using, if not every day, every other day. Energize for sure is every day. Okay, so if I did not offer that to the people and I just said, oh yeah, it's a challenge pack, $160, that's all. Do you want to do this? Then they're going to stop right there and they're going to say, okay, well, that's all she has to offer as this challenge pack. But if she said, yeah, I want to do that. I want to, I want to change this and I want to feel this way. Might say, when do you plan on doing your workouts? If they say, I really want to start doing them in the morning, I'll say, here's my trick for the morning. I wake up and the first thing I do is I drink my Energize. Is that something that you'd want to know more about? Okay, so don't be so scared to offer. People call it upselling. I hate the word upselling, but I don't have another word for it. I do have a podcast though. If you do, Rachel Hollis has one. It is episode 66. And it is called How to Increase Your Revenue by 30%. For me, it was like light bulbs kind of went off about offering more than just the basic bundle, basically. Okay, but if you take a look, my commissions for this week were nothing compared to the bonuses. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the bonuses. Okay, one of the cool ones, so I kind of skipped down a little bit. One of the cool ones is called a fast start bonus. So this is a bonus when a coach signs up with a challenge pack. They can be someone who wants to coach, or it can be someone who's just a discount coach. I don't want to say just a discount coach. It's someone who is a discount, wants the discount on their future orders. Okay. What this means is you do not receive commission for their order. You receive what's called a fast start bonus. it is the same amount as your commission for a challenge pack. So let's say they did Morning Meltdown 100. It's a $50 commission. It would be a $50 fast start bonus. So right there, you are not out any money at all from signing up a discount coach versus a regular challenger. And I'm going to talk a little bit here and a little bit later about what that looks like also. Okay, so that's fast start bonus. You'll see that in that week, I had $85 in fast start bonuses. Okay, this one is super cool. This is called a fast start plus bonus. Okay, so once again, we've got the mind that a coach signs up with a challenge pack. Okay, this is if you get 5 coaches in 5 weeks. Beachbody literally just gives you $100. They said, way to go. You did a great job. Here's an extra $100 bonus. Okay, so it's a $100 bonus when 5 coaches join your team in a 5-week period. So the interesting thing about this is those 5 weeks roll. So if it's like, if you didn't do it in this 5 weeks, maybe you will do it in this 5 weeks. And so it's not like you ever lose those coaches. You keep adding to it. So you could earn the fast start bonus this week, and then one of them drops off, but you sign up a new coach, so you earn it again in that week, and one coach drops off, but you add another one and that week. So it could be something that is continually happening in your business. This is something that Elena and her team has really caught on to. I think they have little challenges going of trying to get 5 and 5. And I have a little challenge for you guys also. But when you have this opportunity, my question is, what do you have to lose to offer the discount? I have never, never had anyone tell me, no, how dare you offer a discount? I am not going to do that at all because you offered me that discount. And I know a lot of people, I think they're scared to offer it because they think they're going to rub someone in the wrong way or whatever. If anything, they've become intrigued. They listened to what happened, and they've said, no, I think I'll start as a customer first. Okay, I didn't lose anything by having that conversation with them at least. Okay, so I want us to get in the habit of offering it. Not only does it help you and your business, but it helps them in the future. If my coach tried to sell me Shakeology and did not tell me that there was a discount on it, I would have been like, Shauna, what's the deal here? Like, why didn't you tell me that I could get a $20 discount on this? So at least for me, I feel like it's something that is worth asking. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is team and matching bonuses. And this is only available, remember we talked about that commissions were available to coaches. These bonuses are only available to Emerald or higher coaches. So that means that you have 2 coaches on your team and you have this opportunity. Okay, so here's my challenge for you guys. And I want you to just kind of hear me out before you are like, 1, I know many of you guys are automatically thinking, I can't do that, because I've thought that before. I've thought, there's no way I can have 5 coaches on my team in 5 weeks. That's just not happening. Okay, these are new coaches, by the way, also. It's their first order. That counts for this. Okay, but I want to challenge you to just try. Just offer it whenever you have the opportunity to offer it. When someone says, yeah, let's try that out, offer the challenge. Offer the discount, I mean. Okay, so here's my pretend down line. I've got my right leg, my left leg, and these 5 coaches signed up. I've got 2 over there on the left side, 3 over there on the right side. Okay, so everybody with me so far? We've signed up 5 coaches. They all bought Morning Meltdown 100 challenge packs, just the basic $160 challenge pack. Whoop! I can't find my little thing. Okay, so how a Team Cycle bonus works is it basically takes the volume from those orders. So I never memorized these. I had to look up what hold on, let me go back one. I had to look up what the volume was for each of these orders. So If you sell Morning Meltdown 100, it has 120 volume attached to it. If you're like, what in the world is volume? Don't worry about it. Everything that people order has a volume number that's attached to it, is all you need to know. Okay, but this volume is attached to your team cycle bonuses. So all of these bought the exact same bundle. We're all at the same number together. So my right side equals 360 volume points. Okay, so I've got 360 over here sitting just ready to go. And then on my left side, those two orders, hopefully my addition is correct, that totals up to 240 volume. Okay, so if you've done anything learning about team cycle bonuses, you know that you have to have a 1-to-2 ratio. So you see the 100, the 200 over here. So what it does is whatever is the lowest side, which this is my lowest side, see 240 lower than 360, it subtracts 100 volume. Okay, and then on this side, it subtracts 200 volume, as long as it's there. All right, so what this looks like in income-wise is this would be considered one team cycle bonus, okay? It involves your team or the coaches that are in your downline, and anytime that you have that 100 on one side, 200 on another side, that is a cycle. For Emerald coaches, you get $14 a cycle. For Diamond or above coaches, you get $18 a cycle. And you might be thinking, Meg, for real, like I'm going to choose to sign up coaches for $14? Okay, I just want to remind you guys, I don't know if you took a look at my team cycle bonuses. I'll show you them again here in a little bit of what this looks like potentially 2 years, 3 years. Now I am 4 years down the road. Okay, but one cycle, that's what we have. What we did was we signed up 5 coaches in 5 weeks and we got one cycle out of the deal. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, so if you have zoned out on me, I need you to come back to me, all right? So come back here and I want you to take a look at this, because I wanted to see, like, is it worth it? Like, is it really worth it to sign up a coach versus signing up a challenger, basically? So this would be if they signed up as coaches, those 5 people that we talked about, and this would be if they signed up as customers, okay? So you got, since you got 5 in 5 weeks, you get that $100 Fast Start Plus bonus. Don't worry about the names. You got a $100 bonus. Like, heck yeah, who doesn't want a $100 bonus? And then you got the $250 Fast Start bonus. That was, they signed up with a challenge pack, so you got $250. And then you got one of the team cycle bonuses, and you're still Emerald. You don't have all of your things for the Diamond, but you have at least 2 coaches on your team. So that would total $364, and you're halfway to Diamond in 5 weeks. I don't know about you all. I'd have been all about being halfway to Diamond in 5 weeks in my business. Let's pretend like they signed up just as customers, okay? You get $250 retail commissions, no opportunities for any of these bonuses, nobody in your downline, and it's $250 total. So when you think about it, you earned $114 more income, which is about 25% more. So you increased your income by 25% because you signed them up as coaches. You're halfway to Diamond, and that allows you to have that potential for more team cycle bonuses down the road. Okay, so it's not just a yay, like you added from this, they get 25% discount. I think when they have a 25% discount, they're more likely to continue on with Shakeology. I think they're more likely to try Energize. I think they're more likely to do those things. I've had coaches who started in Transform 20, and there's been times where they've gone inactive, but you best bet when Morning Meltdown came out, they were like, heck yeah, sign me back up. And they were more, they knew what they wanted, and they were willing to try more things because they had that discount. Okay. Plus it gives them a little bit more accountability. You know, like they know that they signed up for a discount. They committed to doing it more than the first 30 days. Okay. So I always go back to this question of what's there to lose? Well, more income and, you know, diamond and all of those things are so much like, hold on, I said that wrong. Okay, so I always think of like, what's there to lose to just ask, to just throw it out there of that, are you interested in the discount? And that's literally how I ask it. I say, you know, I have like, okay, if you're ready, send me, you know, number 1, what's your email? Number 2, what flavor of Shakeology do you want? Number 3, are you interested in a discount? I don't get all crazy. I just throw it out there and they can decide if they want to or not. Okay, so let's keep on moving forward. The next thing I want to talk about, look at these 2 cuties up there. I love it. All right, so something that they called the promised land, and this is 2-star diamond, okay? And I have been there where I was like, there is no way. Like I remember way back when, probably when I was like a coach for maybe 6 months, not even 6 months, like 3 or 4 months. And not my coach, but the one above her, she hit 2-star diamond. And I was like, there is no way I will ever get there. Like I had 0 coaches on my team. That wasn't even something, but I knew that if she could do it, like maybe someday I could. Okay. So the cool thing about 2-star diamond is you actually enroll yourself as a coach. And I'm not going to go into that, but let me tell you, when we were talking about team cycle bonuses, whoo, they go like they look really good when you open up that second business center or you enroll yourself. You have the opportunity to get quarterly bonuses, which I'm going to talk more and give you more detail what those look like here in a little bit. And there's, like I already said, more potential for team cycle bonuses in your and a spouse's account based on where we place it. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. So this was a question that I got asked at the beginning of this year by my corporate mentor. He said, if you knew that you could earn an extra $15,000 bonus, why are you not there yet? And what he was encouraging me to do is to push our team to try at least to hit 10-star diamond. And it was something that I was like, man, I don't know. I got really comfortable. I'm very proud of what we accomplished last year being a 5-star diamond team, but I was like, I just don't know if that's for me. And he asked me this question. I was like, okay, so if I was in like a regular job, not a coaching job, but like I had a boss, my boss came to me and he said, Meg, if you help 10 girls become leaders of their own teams and you got a $15,000 bonus for doing that, would you take it up and would you try to do that? I mean, hell to the yes. I would take that opportunity and I would try to work my butt off to help my girls become leaders of their own teams and chase their own dreams. Like, it's selfish of me not to try to do that. I feel like it's like, oh, I'm comfortable here. You guys figure it out on your own. Okay, so I wanted to go through what the bonuses are. And these are quarterly. So this is 4 times a year that you get this as long as you hold that rank. Okay, so 2-star diamond is around $1,000. It's probably anywhere from like, I think I've gotten anywhere from like $750 to about $1,000. All of these numbers are attached to how our company is doing. So Beachbody like takes a percentage and sets it aside and they say, we're going to give this to our leaders who are growing teams, who are working with their teams, and we're going to give it to them quarterly. So the launch right now, Morning Meltdown 100, is insane and amazing. So I see that 3rd quarter bonus being nuts, amazing. Okay, the 1st quarter bonus was really good because Transform 20 was huge. Okay, so it's all attached to how our company is doing. Okay, the 5-star bonus is around $3,000. Okay, and I'm going to tell you guys something really cool here in a little bit. The 10-star bonus, what I've seen, I haven't gotten it myself, is around $15,000. Y'all, $15,000 4 times a year? What? Like, how is this even possible? And then I can't even acknowledge the 15-star bonus because that's just insane to me to even think of. Like, that amount of money just deposited into your checking account. It like literally blows my mind. I'm trying to think of like what you could really do like with that kind of money. And I'm not just saying like you personally, like what kind of lives could you change if you were given a $200,000 bonus every year? Like I have to like stop myself and like take a step back and really soak in the amount of lives that can change. One of my favorite things about our Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University classes, there's my little plug for his class. But one of my favorite things is he tells a lot of stories of people who are living and giving. So they have no debt, they have no mortgage, they have, you know, great retirements and things like that. And these are normal people. These are not like super, super wealthy people. These are people who have done things right. And one of the stories that like just choked me up like crazy was like, this girl came to a class and they were talking and she threw out there that her electricity was shut off, or maybe it was about to be shut off. And one of the people secretly didn't tell her, secretly went and paid her electricity bill for an entire year. Like that's the kind of things that you're able to do when you earn this kind of money, I see. Okay. One thing I know that a lot of other companies do is they give their employees cars when they hit certain milestones in their business. And I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather take, you know, $25,000 a year, which is what I've earned already this year, and only half of my bonuses, because the year's only halfway done. I'd rather take $25,000 over a new car. If I really wanted a new car, I could go take that and go buy my own car, a Mercedes or whatever kind of fancy cars other companies give. So you just have to kind of think about that. Like I know that it can be very like flashy and kind of hard to be like, man, does Beachbody even do that kind of stuff? Yeah, this is how Beachbody does it. Okay, so enough about that. 2-star is worth pushing for though, for sure. All right, and then the last kind of bonus I want to talk about is the elite bonus. And the reason I'm sharing this is because I was sharing this with a couple of girls, leaders on our team, and one of them was like, I didn't know that was that's what happened. So since our team was an elite team last year, and we were in the top 200, I earn an extra $500 a month. It's called the elite bonus, and it's pretty darn sweet. It's really cool because that was a team thing. This was our team from Summit the first night. Not everybody was in this, but it was a pretty cool little photo. So I had to add that in there. And that's monthly, I should say. Okay, so you might be thinking, cool, Meg, that's awesome. What's the game plan? Like, what should I be striving for in my business? And these are the steps that I took. And so these are the steps that I want to give you. Please know that the quicker you go through these steps, the quicker you're going to get to that full-time worthy income. I do not feel like I did it quickly, but I feel like I have a really rock solid, stable business that does not fluctuate in income from month to month. And I will take that over getting there in 6 months or a year any day. Okay, so you have to have a long-term game plan, long-term mindset, and an abundance mindset also. Okay, so the first thing, if you're not hitting Success Club 10, that needs to be your new goal. Okay, so Success Club 10, 5 new people a month, that would be your goal. My first goal was Success Club 6, and I realized that my business was just kind of maintaining. I wasn't really doing much. I was like, man, I feel like I'm working my butt off and I'm not really seeing anything. And I just had to up the ante. I had to up the fire, and I had to say, I'm not settling this. I'm moving on to this. Okay, the second thing you've got to do is you've got to get to Diamond. Okay, I'm going to go back here in a little bit because I didn't hit on team cycle bonuses enough, but that $18 team cycle bonus times 50 cycles, by golly, it adds up. The third thing you need to do once you hit Diamond, I have seen over and over again, girls get to Diamond on our team and then they fall. They just like I don't know where they go. They just like get lost or something. You can't, like, Diamond is not the end goal, you guys. You've got to hit Diamond, and then you've got to get a stable Diamond. And what that means, what I envision a stable diamond, is 12 total coaches. You've got 6 on one side, 6 on the other side, 2 emeralds on each leg. Okay, so coaches can go in and out of inactive, they can drop, they can fall off the face of the earth, whatever it is. You have to have some, what I would say is cushion on your team for when life happens to people, for when someone has a tough month and they just cannot stay active or whatever it might be. Still love them, but you need to have other people in that team. Okay, after you have a stable diamond, I don't say start working with your coaches. You need to be working with your coaches even while you're hitting Success Club yourself. But the next one is hitting 2-star, needs to be your next goal. Not 1-star, push for 2-star. Okay, and that means that you have a diamond on each side. Okay, and then not the ultimate goal, but the next goal is 5-star elite. I think if you are a 5-star diamond team, you probably are going to be an elite team also. It just seems to work together that you're gonna have the qualifications if you get to 5-star within a year. Okay, let me see what else I got for you guys. Okay, hold on one second. I'm gonna go back and show you guys, because I remember we were talking about team cycle bonuses, right? And I wanted to show you guys okay, so this is a pretty typical week for me. If you see the team cycle bonus, I am making more in team cycle bonuses each month than what I made as a teacher. Just in team cycle bonuses, I make more in that than I did as a teacher, a classroom teacher. I can't even imagine how many years I'd have to work to get there. And I definitely still feel like I'm still teaching every single day. All right, so I have a couple closing thoughts before I get to questions. Maybe? Oh no, don't go away. Go back. Okay, so I'm gonna reel us all back in. It's really fun to talk about money. It's really fun to talk about the possibilities, but I always want to remind you guys that this begins with working on yourself, including if you're having self-doubt right now, you need to be working around your mindset around making money. Because I went from, oh, I'm really scared to offer this because I'm afraid they're going to think that I'm just in it for the money, to being super proud that I would consider myself our family's sugar mama, to the point that I had a conversation with my husband this morning about when his dream is that he would love to like be like the general manager or like the manager of a sports complex type place. And there's one opening up here soon, and he has connections with it, and he wants to, that is his dream job. It's not going to pay very much. We know that it's not going to pay very much. But how freaking cool would it be that my husband gets to do what he wants to do and loves what he's doing and works with kids and baseball and sports and basketball and all the things that he loves, because I chased my dreams and I understood where the potential was and I made it happen for our family. So he got to not worry about bringing in as much income as he is right now. He could go do what he wants to do. Okay. Sorry, my little soapbox. I've done a lot of work around my mindset around making money and what money can be used for good, not for bad. Okay, then it continues with you helping people, you know, what Beachbody always says, live healthy, fulfilling lives. Okay, and with that, I have to also throw in the little income disclaimer. Okay, so let's stop sharing. I saw like 20,000. Okay. So if you guys have questions, go ahead and unmute yourself and I can answer them, because I did not take a look at all at the chat. Okay, so Nicole said the coach discount is 25%, correct. Yes, you get 25% off. They do have to pay a $15 coach fee. basically it takes care of all of our like back end stuff. It's still around $20, I think. If they're ordering Shakeology, it's still $20 savings. Does it actually have to be spaced out in 5 weeks, or could you sign up 5 people in 1 week and get the bonus? Yes, Lauren. As soon as you get those 5 people, they give you the bonus. Okay. So go for it. I love it. Lauren signing up 5 people next week, you guys. I love it. If you do the 5 in 1 week, you will get it the following week. Yes, Paige. Sorry, didn't realize you answered. Yes, Paige, we work for the best company. Yes, Paige. I've done lots of like, oh, am I handling this money that I've been given wisely, for sure. Courtney, I was a diamond who fell also. I lost my diamond for about 6 months because I stopped. I just stopped. Morgan, I love that you'd love to do that for Grant. Okay, so Kayla, Success Club 10s. 10. Okay, so you get points, Success Club points. It's basically Beachbody's recognition system. You get it for when customers sign up or when coaches sign up, but they sign up with a challenge pack. So that's kind of the bundle that includes the workouts, Beachbody on Demand, Shakeology, or they can choose to do Energize and Recover instead of Shakeology, and then your support, obviously. So it's kind of like the big kahuna bundle. How did you work your mindset, Meg, for that change? I read those books that I recommended at the beginning, and I implemented those books. So I read them, I underlined, I wrote them down, I made posts about it. Especially when we were paying off debt, I had to do a lot of work on my mindset to feel comfortable talking about paying off debt, and not come from a place of bragging, but coming from a place of like, if we can do this, you can do it too. Yay, Meg. I was hoping that seeing all of this laid out would make it even more real and more tangible for you guys. Carrie, awesome question. Beachbody does not take out taxes from your weekly paychecks. So here's a great little plug that you need to be saving around 15% is what I've seen in my income. So you need to be saving around 15% of your income to go towards taxes. It is a business though, so you can write off things as business expenses. Things like a portion of your internet, a portion of the room that you do most of your work in, Shakeology, any kind of trips. So if you spent any money going to the Super Weekend, the ticket that you bought to go to Super Weekend, that would count as a business expense. And all of those help with taxes to kind of lower that number. Okay, I don't see any other questions. Awesome. I'm so happy that that was clear. I always get nervous that it's going to be kind of jumbled. Yeah, it kind of depends on the tax people of what they allow you to write off. Morgan says you need a new tax person. Okay. All right. Are there any other questions? Okay. All righty. With that then, if there's no questions, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Thanks so much for being on. Hopefully this was super helpful. I am going to take those slides and post them. So if you need to reference back, I know some of you guys were like frantically writing. I will share those slides with you guys and you can go ahead and cruise through them, let it digest. If you have any questions, like I love talking about this kind of stuff. Like it has changed our life drastically, if you couldn't tell by just some of the examples I've given. And I want you guys to see the potential, because that's the first step, is like seeing that like my goals can be attached to my Beachbody coaching business, that this is going to help me get to those goals. And I want to make it as clear as possible for you guys. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of your evening. See you later.